What's up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to go over 3 different strategies that you can use to buy your first deal. Okay, your first deal is super important because it's how you become a real estate investor. For a lot of people, it's how you become a landlord, or maybe it's how you become a flipper or a wholesaler. Either way, these 3 different strategies each have their own merits, and there are people who are better served picking one of these rather than the other. So let's get right into it. The first method that we're going to talk about is house hacking. How it works is you move into a multifamily home. Okay, you get in with as low down payment as you can. You can use an FHA loan, a USDA loan, a VA loan, or many other products like a low down payment conventional loan that will let you get in there for thousands of dollars. I'm talking 10 grand or less if you play your cards right. Okay, me personally, I was able to get into a 4-unit multifamily, and I took a partner on. We got an FHA loan on it, so we each had to put down 1.75% plus closing costs. We both got into this property, a 4-unit value add with an FHA loan for less than 8 grand out of pocket each. Okay, there's a lot of power in that. So that's how it works. You learn all of the essential skills of becoming a landlord and a real estate investor. You get to see your equity. You get to see appreciation play out over time. You get to see your rental growth. You get to see how cash flow works. For me, it was the first time ever that I held an asset that paid me more money every month than I had to spend on it. Okay, by the time I had it all rented out, I was pulling in like 6 grand a month from that 4-unit, and our mortgage was like $2,200. So think about that. Yes, I only owned half of it, but still that 1,000 and change per month that was pure cash flow for me changed my life. I started looking forward to the first of the month. My mindset changed. Like back in the day before I was a landlord, I used to dread the first of the month because all the bills were due. I never had enough money at the end of the month. And now, ever since owning that first property, my mindset shifted. Okay, I started looking forward to the first of the month. Okay, so who's it for? It's for any white collar, blue collar, W-2 employee who wants to become a landlord and doesn't want to take a huge leap. Okay, they're okay working their job. They're happy to make a paycheck, but they just want to get ahead. They just want to build some wealth for the future and start making those moves that they know they should be making with their finances. Okay, now the second method that we're going to talk about in terms of getting your first deal done is wholesaling. So what wholesaling is, you get a property under contract at a good price, you sell that contract to an investor who is able to pay that price plus whatever your fee is to sell the contract. Why do I recommend wholesaling? I was able to generate hundreds of thousands of dollars wholesaling properties without needing to actually close them. And I didn't have to put any money up besides my deposit, which was at most $1,000 here and there. Maybe $10,000 on one of them, but you can create whatever deposit you want on your contract. So wholesaling serves a great purpose as an investor because it allows you to stack cash quickly. Okay, you can stack a bunch of money and get yourself ready to jump on a bigger opportunity as a flip, as a buy and hold investment, as a BRRRR, or whatever it may be. The truth is, cash still is king. And if you don't have a lot of cash, wholesaling is a great way to stack up those funds and get yourself ready to really become a big investor. All right, we're gonna move on to the third way to do your first deal, which is flipping a house. Yes, I know, crazy. Flipping a house as your first deal sounds ridiculous, right? We'll get to that. First, let me tell you why flipping is great. Everybody knows how flipping houses works, right? You buy a house, you put some money into it, you sell it for more than what your all-in is, minus your fees, that's your profit. Simple, right? Good. Now we're gonna move into a little bit more in depth of how you can do it. You can do it with all your own cash, okay? But the truth is, if it's gonna be your first deal, you probably don't have $200,000-$300,000 lying around to buy and flip a property, right? So we're gonna talk about how you can do it without all that money. You can actually do flips with zero money. I've done most of my flips with literally $0 out of my own personal pocket. You can do that by raising money, giving away some equity to a financial partner who's just gonna put up the money or take out a loan, or you can take out a hard money loan or a private money loan yourself. The one major thing to remember here is, if the deal is good, the money is easy to find. So if you have a good deal and you're not sure how you can close on it, whether you want to flip it or hold it, always reach out to more experienced people who can point you in the right direction. If you don't have anyone in your life like that, feel free to comment on this video, hit me up on social media or whatever. I don't want to see you miss out on a great deal just because you struggle to find the financing. Okay, back to the topic at hand. How do you actually do a flip with very little money? You get what's called a hard money loan or a private money loan. Private money loans are fully negotiable. You can get the whole thing funded for you and you can put $0 down. Hard money loan, typically they care about your credit score a little bit. Maybe you need like at least a 650 or 640 or maybe even a 620. But the truth is they care more about the deal. You're gonna follow this magical formula. As long as you're buying the property for 70% of the ARV minus the repair costs or less, you will be able to get financing on the deal, typically by only putting 10 to 20% down on the purchase price plus closing costs. So if you have maybe 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 grand available, you can probably get a hard money loan and do a flip without giving any equity up. If you don't have that much money, You can flip a house by just giving some of the equity up, saying, hey, I'll give you 50% of the profits. 50%, that's no laughing matter. And I'll do all the work. But you, Mr. Investor, I just need you to put 50 grand up and take out a hard money loan for the rest, or put 200 grand up. We won't even need a loan and we can do the whole thing with your cash. Which one works better for you? America has the most available liquid money in the world by far. Okay, so if you're here in the US like I am, and you have a good opportunity for an investor, the money is so easy to raise. There is more liquid money that's looking for a good place to go than there are opportunities. So if you find an opportunity, you got it. Okay, supply demand is there working in your favor. Now, who do I think should go after a flip on their first deal? This is interesting because anyone can flip a house, but there are certain groups of people who I think have major advantages when it comes to flipping houses. The first group of people are blue-collar workers, especially contractors. These people who have experience improving property with their hands, with equipment, with a team, doesn't matter. Those people are really well poised to be able to make a lot more money on flips and do them a lot faster than normal people. But they typically are challenged by the whole finding the deal and raising the money part. So just if you're a contractor, especially, or a blue-collar worker, if you've worked on houses in the past, flipping is actually super easy to get into and extremely profitable. Think about this. Let's say you do a flip and you're a contractor and the rehab is $100,000. Not only did you just line up a flip for yourself where you can profit however much you're going to profit, but you also landed a $100,000 contract, which you can profit on because you're a contractor. Okay. Outside of contractors and blue-collar employees or workers, I also think that project managers are phenomenal candidates to do a flip as their first project because they'll be able to hire a bunch of subcontractors, manage them well, get the timeline organized, order all the materials, get everything streamlined so that they can do the flip under budget and efficiently. If you're confused at all on how you can go about actually doing a flip, even if you don't know where to find them or you don't know how to raise the money, just reach out to me, drop a comment, hit me up on Instagram. It doesn't matter because the truth is you're sitting on a gold mine and you probably drive by these opportunities more often than you would even believe.